would say like I wasn't even singing as much until the passing of my dad. Like I went through a lot of different things. I mean, being one of the things I love that we were talking about on the show is like it's really a lot about just like, you know, mental health and the ability of, you know, dealing with a lot of the hardships and things like that. And I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate. So I went through just a lot of changes in my life as a young kid. I think I was like 13, 14 years old when my dad passed away. And so facing those emotions, but also realizing that my youngest sibling was actually 4 years old. And so I had this little switch go off of me where it's like, hey, you can't succumb to these emotions that you're feeling. You have to cut those off. And as a kid, those walls and those things that I built up were a protection, and they helped me out a lot. But the only place that I found to take those emotions to was music. I mean, and I started writing, I started singing. My mom started to figure out that I could sing and could write. And it wasn't until my oldest brother, he actually moved to Germany for a year to do his marriage over there. And then I started singing in the family band, and then that's when it just kind of all started to change for me. I started to realize that the perspective that I went through all that pain and turmoil, I was able to speak words or share words that maybe some people were feeling internally but never knew how to put into words. And so I realized that I had something to offer the world, and so that's just why I started writing music. This is why I started performing it, and God has just been kind of favoring that, and He's been stewarding such health in me in that season, and I've been thankful for just all the opportunities that have come. Bro, that sounds like, you know, I don't know what kind of podcast this is, so I'm just gonna say it.
It's after dark. It's after dark.
So,
I'm more worried about the Christian fans and population and things of that nature. As long as, you know, they ain't got a problem with it. You know, Dr. O ain't got a problem with it.
I'm an honest man.
Okay, well, on that note, let's go ahead. Y'all know how we do right here. As always.
There were some tough seasons for sure. I'm not gonna lie and say they weren't, but at the same time, it's a lot easier than most people think to have a big family. And in some ways, I think it's actually kind of natural. Like everyone, I mean, I'm 10 years younger than the eldest sibling in my family, so in a way, they stepped in as you know, just people and guardians to kind of help lead and help teach and help cook, help clean. And we did everything we did together. We were a family band. We were more than just a family band. We were a family, and we had chores. We had our own family business. We were thriving on the North Shore of Oahu. We were in magazines. We were able to, you know, play around the island. We were able to do a lot of great things. And my parents, they were great people, man. And I would say with the cards that they were dealt, they did the best they could do to the best of their abilities. And all that aside, I would say, yeah, we did have some hard seasons, but I'm very thankful for those seasons, because if I didn't go through that, I wouldn't be half the person that I am today, and being able to, you know, no matter how much fame or lack of fame that I acquired, you know, be able to, you know, keep the main thing.
First of all, y'all say for me 3 times real fast his full name. Because I got Thunderstorm.
Marani Ortiz.
Thunderstorm, Saihakili, Marani, Ortiz. We got
That's close enough.
Thunderstorm, Ortiz, that's what we going with, because the middle names, it's
like 49 characters, man. It's in there.
You know, when you spit that out, I was like, say that again.
Sound healing is taking instruments and using them as another form of healing, right? So we're using, because everybody knows we have music, and music can really affect the way that you engage with your mood. And it can bring you to different memories, it can bring you to different experiences. So how sound healing is taking instruments and taking sound and using it intentionally with the expectation that we're going to heal, we're going to bring healing energy into this room. Because music has the ability to address you on every frequency of your level, right? It addresses your soul, right? It addresses your mind, it addresses your spirit, it addresses you on a cellular level. And when I did a lot of the training that I did for the certification that I have as a sound healer, I was able to see this video, and it showed us how you put salt, or I think it was sugar, on a plate, and then you play music to it, and it really affects the way that the salt, and it creates like patterns, and you see like on a cellular level, if that's happening to salt, imagine what it's doing to me in my body with the intention of the frequency of the sounds that we're playing. So it really addresses you on a frequency level.
Right after that person broke my heart and broke up with me, and I'm listening to Mary J. Blige.
Hey, would you turn on?
I'm not gonna cry, I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna shed no tears. No, I'm not gonna cry now. Cause you're not, the whole time while I'm crying, cause you're not worth my tears.
Stop it. Get some help.
You're feeling it. You're channeling their energy.
What's good about sound healing is that it really resonates more so with like meditation and mindfulness, being intentional, being in present in the moment. So we don't need all of that noise and all of that chaos and all of the different things that the energy that might get us through the day. No, now is the time where we're going to take that 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever is needed to connect with self and be here in the present, in the here and now. Not worried about what just happened, not worrying about as soon as I jump up from this, I'm gonna go straight into Dr. O mode. But no, I'm just present here in this moment.
And you're doing that with intention, and that's the even most important part of the experience, is that I'm coming in here with the intention. Because think about how many things you're actually intentional about throughout your day. Like actually specific, this is my healing time for 30 minutes, this is what I'm doing. Wow. Yeah, that's powerful.
Yeah, you have to be, because it's not something that you can, I'm just imagining just sitting and doing it. I'm thinking of just throwing on something, and the first thing that came to mind is some Beyonce. But no, that's not. You can say that sound healing. Yes, are we healed from hearing different? Are our moods changed by different music? Absolutely. If I want to get up and dance, if I want to, be in an uplifting mood, I'm gonna listen to uplifting music. Y'all just catch that? The shade, she is really chaotic. No! I just gave an example of hey y'all, hey, and she said, yeah, that's what we want to be mindful.
No, I love your energy.
I don't want to be, we don't want to come in chaotic.
I want to be
Dr. O.
No, absolutely not. I'm just speaking to the intention of the space.
I know, this Dr. I'm just messing with her, around with you a little bit.
When I was going through my depression and my PTSD symptoms and things like that, I needed a therapist, and I found one, and I was lucky to find a really good therapist, and she was really spiritually inclined. And she wasn't a person of color, so I didn't relate to her there, but I related to her on a spiritual level.
Okay.
And then I had started seeing these sound bowls all around me. I'm like, what the heck is sound healing? What is that? And then I started finding sound healing and falling into that world. And then my therapist ended up connecting me, and was like, we've been working together for 5 years, and after I'm on my sound healing journey, I'm doing my therapy journey, and I'm finished with it. And it's like, what next? So I came to Georgia, and I'm trying to find a therapist here, and I'm like, I don't think I need therapy anymore. Like, I worked through all the stuff that I've been going through. I've been figuring this all out, and now
So say that again, you don't think you need what?
I didn't need therapy at that moment.
So you don't think you need therapy again? And so I wanted you to repeat that, because so many of us think that when we're in therapy, it's a lifetime journey. I'm never gonna get healed. So much trauma. And I want people to see that no, there's another side of it. That we can be in therapy lifelong just to get that retune and coming every 6 months or every once a month or whatever it might be if we feel that we need it. But there is such thing of what healing looks like, and we can go on to that next phase where we don't have to be the days of being in therapy for the rest of our lives, or being on medication for the rest of our lives.
And I've done it all. I've done all the medications, I've done all the therapy, and it was just like I've been hospitalized a couple of times as well, and just out of those experiences, I had to learn to have clarity within myself. And then once I gained that clarity within myself, I'm like, I don't feel the need to keep going back to therapy, but I do need guidance. I need direction.
Because you gain the coping skills and the things that you need, which is what us as therapists are trying to get you to. So I want to make sure where everyone is catching that, is that you've had traumas and different instances in your life, from abandonment to other things in your life, to which you had to overcome, and in that you've had your own mental health struggles. And in those own mental health struggles that led you to therapy, but not only just therapy, medication, and hospitalization. That's the way that my husband know that he in trouble is when he comes in and I'm cleaning and he hear that fucking playlist going on and he like, damn, I know that song.
In big trouble, and I don't want to be in big trouble.
I know that song. That's on that playlist.
A lot of the illness that we have comes from stress. Stress that has been embodied in us. We hold stress in our shoulders, we hold stress in our hips, and it could be from past trauma or childhood situations that we have not let go yet. Unforgiveness, things of that nature. So massage is good in the respect that touch. For example, you can take an infant who has been touched in the early years and one that has not, and see the different responses in the infants. The one that has been touched is going to be a little bit more communicative than the one that has not been touched.
Absolutely.
And touch is healing. So when we're touching people, like if I touch you, you're going to feel something, whether it's good or bad. So touch in itself is just healing. Hugs. We're supposed to get 8 hugs a day.
Eight hugs? Yeah, like from 8 different people?
I guess, girl. I don't know. It say 8 hugs. Maybe we can stick with one.
What is this? Give me a hug. Give me a hug. I need this.
Oh yeah, and some self-love. Yes, can we just hug ourselves? I agree.
My daughter,
Yeah.
my husband.
Okay. That's it.
Outside of
Don't
that,
get bored of them.
I might get a little lick from my dog. You know,
Licks count.
yeah, I'm counting that. But that's
Right.
only like 3.
Yeah, you know.
Y'all be
so,
seeing how these people be out here with the signs, with like
Yes.
free hugs. Y'all gonna see me out there like
Right.
each day.
They go Dr. O with them hug, that hug sign, yes.
Come on,
Yeah.
Dr.
Yeah.
O. So when y'all see me
Yeah.
out in these streets, come up to me
Need
and
a
show me some love.
Yeah.
A hug.
Yeah.
Just a hug.
Yeah. That's it.
Are we clear?
Right.
'Cause I know some of y'all get the touchies and
Oh
feelies.
goodness, oh my.
One of my, so as a trauma therapist, one of my probably most prolific therapies that I hear a lot of people, expressing about is called EFT tapping. So when we think about things like, even when I'm working with clients on whatever type of therapy, and we're talking about stress reduction, we talk about like acupressure.
Or vibration.
And that goes into music therapy and
Yes.
healing, somatic.
Yes.
So when we're talking about somatic therapy, feeling it in your body.
Yes.
One of the things when we're talking about acupressure, one of the things I teach a lot of my clients is with the stress reduction. I'm sure if you're familiar, if you take your hand here and you pinch in between this is an acupressure point, and you rub that in a circle on either hand. This is one of my favorite because look, I can be talking to you.
Yes. Or what about
And
that
just like
one?
this.
Isn't this one like this too, right?
It is, and if you're massaging it,
Yeah.
and when you're here and
Yeah.
I'm talking to you,
Right.
you
It's
don't even
calming.
recognize
Yes.
how frustrated and the butterfly.
Yes.
When we're putting pressure, here and these different things, it helps to soothe, reduce stress, and to relax us. I can't wait to get into this. I was hoping she would have brought her table. She didn't. But little do she know, because we do Reiki here. I got the massage table right over in the other room.
no excuse.
So, Dr. O after dark going in. Well, that don't even sound right, like ending with a happy massage.
No.
Anyway.
No happiness. Except when you pay and leave. That's the happiness.
So they can pay.
I'm happy.
They can pay.
Pay and leave. And that's the ending.
And you'll be happy.
Yeah, exactly. That's right.
And you'll be happy, not them.
Yeah,
I
they
was
gonna
ready
be
to
happy
say.
too. They gonna be just like a little floating butterfly when they leave. All that stress is gonna be gone.
What I also like that you talked about is how we hold the stress
Yes.
in our body, and stress is just trauma.
Yes.
That is one of my foundational definitions in explaining trauma, because we've all experienced stress. Some form or some level of stress.
Yes.
How would you say that? Oh, stress. We all experience stress, and not realizing that trauma is just stress. That's all trauma is, and we've all experienced stress before. So trauma is stress that basically has gone unaddressed, or you don't have the appropriate coping skills to be able to manage and cope with that stress. In self-care, whether it's massages and looking at that as self-care, or as a medical and healing factor. I need it more than just as self-care. I need it as mental and physical healing.
Yes.
Because we either, I think, when I think of massage, either associated with, you know, like the self-care and the massage and the good, or like with physical therapy.
Right.
Y'all know Dr. O was down with the Navy.
All right,
hoorah, battle buddies. We gonna get in. That's always support.
That's right. Touch is healing. They needed that affirmation, that confirmation of someone loving them, someone just making them feel comfortable and getting their mood boosted. You know, going through a hard time with someone that you may have been with 20, 30 years, and now all of a sudden they're not there. To get that same type of, you want to say communication, touch, whatever you want to call it, but not getting that same feel. And then coming in and having someone else maybe figure out, okay, what's a good point to make you feel like you're comforted and wanted, and improving circulation and your mobility at the same time.
Because they even have like retreats and things like that, to where it's like couples or just touch retreats, or we're just hugging retreats, or you're sitting across from a stranger and you're just touching them. Because that's what a part of the human experience and a part of what we need. Maybe more so in the Black community.
Me too, all day.
I thought I know she got
all day.
All day, every day. Shout out to Carter. We got to see you on Left the Duck. All right, you right here in Atlanta.
Man, are you crazy?
Y'all like how I said it. Y'all like how I wrote the tongue out. But seriously.